بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. My brother Hishmatullah, I told him, do not expose me. Because what he's saying, that means I'm an old man. And I don't want that. I want to look young and energetic and inshallah beneficial. But when you become an old man, like me, then it's going to be a big problem. My topic, family and Quran. Why I've been given family? Because I'm the oldest of all the speakers. All this, you've seen them. Those who are reciting, those who are reading, I'm older than all of them. And far, far away from them. The closest one to me is the one who had the white beard, who was sitting here. What was Naif? Where is he? He disappeared. That's the closest one to me among those who are on this stage. The rest, forget about them. Some of them, even when I graduated from Al-Qura University, they were not born. What does that mean? Old is old. That's right. I graduated in 1990. MashaAllah, a lot of you was not born. And the reason I've been given the family, because I've got big family. I'm going to only give you half of the secret. If I give the whole secret, you're going to say, wow, I know that. I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say it. I know. I want to give you one secret, which is my children, oh Allah bless them, to memorize the Quran at 12. Those who are Ahl Quran. Say MashaAllah. And some of them, they went into qira'at. And inshallah, I'm expecting also the rest to be also huffaz, inshallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala. Then how can we make our children huffaz? We have a big problem in this society. Even those brothers who are mashayikh, who are scholars, who are imams, we want our children to be a doctor, but practicing. In bracket. Engineer, but practicing. Lawyer, but practicing. Barrister, but practicing. But you find very rare someone among, I'm not talking about the ordinary people, I'm talking about the people who are on the stage, like me, that my child to become a Shaykh and an Imam and a people of the Quran. Why? Because we believe there's no money in that. The money is being a doctor is much higher. The money is being an engineer is much higher. And we should not be that naive. The barakah and the blessing that you will find when your child is part of the people of Ahlullah, the people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the people of the Quran, wallahi, you cannot compare with anything. Then let's change that view. And let's have our aim that our children to memorize the Quran. We all know the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. يقال لقارئ القرآن, the one who used to read the Quran, the one who used to memorize the Quran, the one who used to work in the Quran, he will be told, read and rise. فإن منزلتك عند آخر آية تقرأها. Your position in paradise is the last phrase of the Quran that you stop on it. Do we think like that? The hadith is sahih. It's sound hadith, hadith Hasan from your Prophet ﷺ. But it's still, we aim for something else. And let me give you one sad story. And then I will give you positive stories and about the Quran, inshaAllah tabaraka wa ta'ala. The sad story is a man who his son studied in Eton. Where is Eton? Huh? Huh? Where is Eton? Rings the bell, huh? No. You have to say it. Windsor. And we all know how expensive it is. His son goes to that school. He graduates from there. He went to Cambridge straight away, Cambridge University. He graduated from there. He got a scholarship in Japan, and he did his PhD, and he came back. And everybody was happy for him. Father, mother, brothers, sisters, everybody. And then Ramadan came. We are a few steps away from Ramadan, right? Inshallah, Allah Ta'ala make us among those who reach Ramadan and not those who are lastminute.com. Unfortunately, a lot of us are lastminute.com. We wake up the last minute. Oh, when is Ramadan? Is it tomorrow? Is it next week? Your fathers, they were not like that. Half of the year, the Spirit of Allah to accept from them their Ramadan. And the other half, the Spirit of Allah to make them read the next Ramadan. The other half of the year. But me and you, lastminute.com. Subhanallah. When Ramadan came, the young man, the PhD holder, the graduated, he has a girlfriend. And then the father and the mother, with their innocence, they said, son, it's not appropriate. It's the month of Ramadan. Let her go to her family. And then after Ramadan, even they are, mashallah, democratic. They are very flexible, very understanding, according to our system of today. Let her come back after Ramadan. Said, Mom, Dad, let me be honest with you and let me be straight with you. I am not a Muslim. How would you feel? Your son or your daughter that you spend that amount of money and that amount of time and that amount of teaching and that amount of tells you the last minute, I am not a Muslim. I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but I am not a Muslim. Then please, I respect you. I respect what you are saying to me, but let me live my life and you live your life, and do not force me and push me into what you want, and I won't push you to what I want you to be. Let us live as civilized. And the father and the mother, their heart dropped. And they cried blood. And they came to me to discuss and how can we go about it, and how we can talk to him, and how we can bring him back to Allah's deen, and so on. The reason I'm mentioning this, a lot of us, and I'm telling you this even though a lot of you are young, mashallah, you are the coming generation. Be vigilant. Open your eyes, open your ears. Be aware of what is going around you. When our children, when we take them to the public schools and they've been taught by different people, I will make it civilized. What do you expect? What do you expect? Taking your child that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you with, and if you are mother, you breastfeed her or him, and then you take that child and you give it to non-Muslims, and then you expect to be pure. 8 hours with the non-Muslims, missing their prayers, and you are responsible and I'm responsible. We need to wake up, and we need to teach our children Quran. Knife is saying 2 minutes. I haven't started my topic yet. You need to teach the Quran to your children. You need to educate them. You need to put that seed in their heart. You need to show them as father and mother that you are people of the Quran. You need to sit together. You need to spend the time together. You need to take the laptops and the mobile phones and so on as soon as your child comes into the house. Should be your property. Then you have a time to socialize as a family. Then you have a time to talk to each other. Then you have a time to eat on the same table. Then you have a time to listen to the Quran of each other and read the Quran. And the beautiful thing, and let me tell you one quick story. I went to Somalia. I have also some children there who are memorizing the Quran. And then when we were driving back to Hargeisa, to the capital city of Somaliland, there was a big rain and the road was blocked. And we have to wait until this water goes an hour or two. And then we sat down, myself and my children. And while we were sitting, we started reading the Quran. Do you know Sub'is? Who knows Sub'a? Or Sub'is? Who knows? Raise your hands. Even you know it. Yeah, raise both hands. Yeah. Is when you read the Quran, everybody takes ayah. And then we read few juz while we were waiting for the water to become less, even though we were driving 4x4. But we cannot go through because it was heavy. It was heavy rain and there was a big water. That's the beauty of the Quran. The Quran is your company. The Quran is your friend. You make the Quran part of your life. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you, as my brother Umar mentioned. When you read each letter, you will get 10 times double. 10 times. And your Prophet said, I'm not saying Alif, Lam, Mim is one letter, but I'm saying Alif is a letter, Lam is a letter, Mim is a letter. Then we need to make the Quran part of our life. As a family, the Quran is our friend. As a family, the Quran is our guide. As a family, the Quran is everything for us. That's what we need to do, all of us. Sit, read, memorize, Study. Because there's no point of memorizing without understanding. It is very important that we understand. Because in هذا القرآن يهدي, indeed this Quran guides للتي هي أقوم, the best path. ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. And give glad tidings to the believers that they will get extreme reward, a lot of rewards. Then we need to fix and to change our lifestyle. And we make the Quran is our surrounding. We read in the morning, we read in the evening, we read as a family, we read as individuals, we try to memorize, we listen to each other, father, mother, both, all of us, we should get busy with that. And the only way that we can achieve that if we push ourselves, if we push ourselves, we'll be able to achieve, insha'Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. But our aim is the Quran. Our guidance is the Quran. Our manual is the Quran. And I'm going to finish here. I asked when I was teaching and just last week, our little girls in Al-Muntada, in WLICC, Al-Muntada, and I asked them, does any one of you knows A to Z book? Now if I ask, I'm going to get the same answer except for you brothers, for you elderly ones that I can see, they got some white beard and some mix, they might know it. And none of them would know that. And then after I explained, one of the girls, she said, I have seen with my father that book, the A to Z. And then I told them, you grew up with the technology and you just press a Google map and then you put the postcode and then will guide you, right, left, right. I said, our time was different. You open that book and then you follow. Where is the road? The A and 3, and then you get to the point, and then you start using your brain. But you guys, you don't use your brain for anything. Your brain is waste. Huh? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us. We need, because Allah ta'ala has made it easier for you. I'm not saying my time, for your time, a lot of things. Then utilize that for the Quran. Use it for the Quran. The Quran is our A to Z. It gives us how to live. It tells us how to organize ourselves. It tells us how to live as a family. And in our days, you all know that the problem we have as families, because we are not going back to the Quran. فَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ, if you have a conflict on anything, on any topic, on any matter, فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ. Go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If we do that, we will be safe. And our families, they will be safe. And there is 5 T's. I'm going to finish with it, which is what makes the family ties strong. Trust, transparency, tolerance, time, and talking to each other. Take this from me. May Allah give us give us a good families who that's their lifestyle. They talk to each other. They spend quality time with each other, with the Quran. That's the best time. I think now when I say quality time, what comes into your mind straight away is going to Caribbean, Barbados. Unfortunately, I've been to Barbados. Well, fortunately, I've been to Barbados. And I've been to St. Lucia's, but I went for da'wah. I did not go for pleasure. Jazakumullah khairan. Knives in my back. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala look after you all. May Allah make us the people of the Quran, and those the Quran is their life and the life of their children, and those who their aim is to make all our children memorize the Quran and carry the Quran in their hearts, not on their books, carrying the Quran in their hearts. وجزاكم الله خيرا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.